Let's remain friendly with you. Alright, I need better stuff than that. No, I will join your crummy wars. Florence might work out well for me. I applied at Paradox and I went into the interview very humble. Now I know where it went wrong. Really, Joe? You applied? Joe, you've been around here for a long time. You were but a boy when you first came here. Great power Mamluks have forced Hadramut to break their alliance with Yemen. The Mamluks are the biggest thorn in my side right now. Their defender of the faith is stopping me from declaring wars. A way I could get around that is by declaring war on their rival, but since Ottomans, Timurids and Austria are my options, I think I'll pass for now. Still want Aragon dead in a ditch, but it's not their allies, it's their navy that bothers me. The Aragonese navy. There's a chance I could beat it, but it's not a good chance because they have heavies and transports aren't great, but I don't have much better right now. Let's just keep upping those galleys. As soon as I have something like 20, I'll be happy about taking on Aragon. And I can do that. I don't worry about going over my naval limit right now because galleys are cheap, but I don't have a lot of sailors. And yes, sailors is actually deciding a lot for me right now. Much like this influenza, rumors say that sailors came back from a trip sick like hell. The ones who didn't die on board infested the whole of Tatooine with their disease. It is time to act before the whole country dies from coughing and cold sweat. Come now, it's just a flu. I want to spend 50 admin on just a flu. Screw that. Can spread to all these crap holes for I care. Single Malt says, "Hi Jake, I love your monologue when playing EU4. I must say, the games I played in this patch, Ferrara is always doing great. Ferrara is currently under siege by 32,000 Venetian and Florentians. So I'm not sure they're going to do all that great here, considering they're the target of the war, but you never know. Naples is sieging down Florence as best they can, which is bad for me, because it might stop Florence from wanting to join my wars. But that's a capital plus fort, and what the hell? They just scored a lucky breach. They had no cannons, so I know that was a lucky breach. At least we fulfilled our mission for high income. But I'm not going to build anything for a long time, so forget that. Congo is going to attack Cassandre. Well, more power to them. I got other fights that I need here. Ferrara won't join in, but Genoa and Papal States certainly will, and Genoa is going to be a problem when it comes to this. It's best to just sort by galleys and see who the problem nations are for me. Yeah, Ming could be a problem. Actually, where are all of Genoa's... Ooh, Genoa only have 4. They got light ships and a heavy, but not a lot of galleys. Tons of sailors. That's something to keep in mind. If I take casualties at sea, it's going to take me forever to get those sailors back. I'm actually really tightly done in on sailors this campaign. So far, at least. We're playing a custom nation. Flippin' Fleskin Smith. Someday I need to look into bots so that we can have them handle that, but it's important to me that any potential bot doesn't spam the chat. It would have to private message people with answers. Because I hate spam. And currently I also hate the Mamluks, for God's sake. The Ottomans are way too insulated against fighting the Mamluks. They are, however, allied with Bohemia. That could be an upset for European politics. Normally I love to just sit and monologue about the situation, but with the chaos rolls coming in so often, I don't have a lot of time on my side. I need to build up strength so that I can handle whatever is thrown at me, but I can't build up strength in Africa, and my only decent options in not Africa are Naples, Papals, and Aragon. Potentially Siena, but that's a lengthy list of allies on the Trade League. Damn that Dr. Fred. Ferrara and the Papal State. It's honestly like the best. Oh no! Florence won't defend me now. They're way too occupied. The whole reason I got you as an ally was for some help. And now my only option is Siena, who I was just talking about brutalizing. Switzerland. The Alps could save me. But is there anyone here that's actually a reasonable option as an ally? Not really seeing anybody. And then we start getting into the you must be joking routine. I'm working on Castile as best I can. There are a lot of enemies of Aragon though. Venice might not be insurmountable as an ally. And they are doing strong, and I won't be in northern Italy for some time. We'll try our hand with them. Lucca has a fleet, no? Go for Sili, Jake. Yeah, maybe someday. God. Dang it, Florence, you got napled. Maybe this is how Ferrara stages their comeback. Look at that! Their fort's been under siege forever, and it's not budging. Oh, Crevens. How do the Boon, Bane, Brutal votes work? Does it rotate through each category in each election? We vote on the specific outcome? You got it in one, Quentron. You got it in one. Da, 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 da. Rebels over in Tlemcen. Well, we knew they were coming, but I need to be somewhat ready for them. Thank God we make a surplus. I guess there's not a lot of them, but hopefully they actually spawn in Tlemcen. They could spawn in Iran, but Tlemcen, then I have the advantage, and I can sortie with 2,000 additional troops. And I'm not sure if it was ever fixed that you can steal those troops. I mean, it was fixed once, but then promptly unfixed. Good times. Please, Castile, I need a friend. You could be my friend. Although they probably really hate pagans over there. Castile has declared war on their new enemy, Aragon, with conquest as their casus belli. Well, Castile, I didn't even need to throw an alliance at you for this to be a great opportunity for both of us. That was very nice of them. How does the navy stack up between them? Aragon have 3, 3, 8, and 13. Castile have 3, 10, 0, and 13. It's not to worry too much about, but still, I might have to take that fight with Aragon. But the only way I'm really going to deal with it is if I spit this out as a subject and use Reconquest, otherwise every Christian in the world is going to hate me. And they probably most certainly are going to hate me. I mean, I'm pagan. It's just a given that all Abrahamic religions hate you. Declare war immediately. Don't think any bit about the election. I'm thinking greatly about the incoming election. In fact, it's about to fire right about now. Right about now. There we go. Election. The term is up for Abd Melchart Magyar. With an... No, I should actually try that. Abd Melchart Magyod. With enough support, he can stay in office, but then he must defeat his 3 primary competitors, and my invisible hand could be his support. He could have his beloved relative. What is it with the rolls on that? There must be some income. It can't be fully random, otherwise we would have seen a lot better than that by now. Jake has such trouble with diphthongs. What are you talking about? I just don't know. What I do, however, know is that it's chaos time because it's an election. Every election. And this one, sadly for me, is brutal chaos. How brutal is it going to get, though? Right, we could be forced to drop 2 allies or subjects. Currently, that would... We only have a choice of 3. We'd have to drop 2 of them, and that wouldn't be very nice. We could observe our nation until next election. Can it even fit there? Till elect. That's what we're going to have to do. Hold on, that might be a little difficult. Because I won't know when the election will be. Ah, the AI can choose the election for us, of course. I have capitulate in a current war as one of the options, but I'm not in a war, so I guess we won't have that. What we can, however, have is lose all monarch points. We could also disband our entire army, or we could march our entire army to the Chinese Sea, which should be somewhat possible. If debilitating. Okay, these are the choices that are up. They're all really bad, but it's up to you to decide which one happens. The vote is live right now, and we can get it on stream. Yes, we can. And maybe this decision will choose who I end up electing here. There's a big surge for marching the army to the Chinese Sea, which would involve years of travel back and forth, and leave me without an army. There's a lot of love for observing the nation as well until the next election. God knows what Carthage would do. Hopefully not flip to Sunni, but I think we've gotten rid of that as an option. What happened to no sea be a great power? I have a lot of different options. I cycle between them depending on what is more relevant for the campaign. Okay, there's a lot of love for observing, and it is surging up. In fact, it's giving March Army to Chinese Sea a real run for its money, and it's about to overtake. There we go. It's overtaken by 2 votes. If you really want a trip to China, you're going to have to vote for March Army to Chinese Sea. And everybody watching now gets to place a vote. God, that is tight. I haven't figured out what to do in terms of a draw here. But good heavens, barely, and I mean absolutely barely, Observe Nation till the next election has won out. So I don't even know if I get to make a decision on this. There's no trip to China. Too bad. I want to see who actually voted in on that. You get to see a breakdown of the votes. It doesn't show you who voted for what, but it shows all bits and channel point dumps. And channel points are free, so if you've been sitting on them for ages, you can dump them on whatever here. Okay. On marching the army to the Chinese Sea, we had Kisu Kiusa, Akiakiaku, and Leafree. Heavily investing into that one, but observing a nation till next election. That's what Soviet and Darius, Altheas, and Shadow Slicer, as well as Alpha Gamer wanted. Took it to the top there. Took it very high, but we're going on observe mode. How's that going to work? Well, first I'm going to get rid of the chaos vote there. Next up, I'm going to hit observe, and then we keep an eye on this. They haven't chosen their next consul. Or have they? No, they're just letting this happen. Okay. I'm going to close my eyes and click on something. There we go. They got Consul Hamalakar Ahi something or other. Until 1467, and I have no agency over this. Speed 5, Jake. Oh, I'm a little worried for my nation here. This was my primal opportunity to attack Aragon. And Castile has taken it away from me. And they brought in Portugal as well. So it would be... Oh man, did you just disband part of my army? You did, didn't you? Okay, don't let me down. You're drilling your army, so thanks for the... Thanks for the professionalism. I'm just watching Castile get brutalized here. Maybe you could go for the Moroccan gold to fund your Carthaginian forces. Perhaps, as we can see, Morocco have an army twice as strong as mine, not to mention 2 subjects and an alliance with Tunis. So maybe not the best. Here's hoping that Portugal or Castile take their turn at bashing in Morocco. Something quite nice is that, yes indeed, Portugal was able to get Gibraltar. Gotta keep an eye on this though. The election will probably be in 1467, but it might be sooner. So let's check in every now and then. What will you do if the AI converts to Islam? It should be blocked. I checked it off from the list of decisions, so the AI shouldn't take it. But the AI is the AI at the end of the day. They'll do what they want to do. Right, seems like they've routed the Aragonese army. My absolute hope is that Castile and Portugal maintain this war for at least 4 years, and then I can jump in and do a reconquest on Aragon. But by then the golden opportunity is gone, because they'll wrap their war up shortly after that. Savoy is getting involved. Well, Savoy has come in and saved the day for me before, but with the early routing of Aragon's army, I don't... oh, well, no, they're chased up there. Sorry, man, the Alps will do you no good. Jake, could you show Asia? I got no problem showing Asia. Let's slow it down a bit. I guess there's a slight advantage to this brutal vote, and that is that I get intel on the world here. Vijayanagar is getting particular, but they'll take them down. Wow, Mawar's doing alright. Malwa's doing very not alright. Vijayanagar and Bahman is not having the explosive growth they tend to have. We could have been marching over to China here, but we're not. It's a real mess up with the Mongols. The Jurchens. Uzbek's still around. They have a habit of just being around for too long. Muscovy hasn't moved an inch. Novgorod's doing fine. What is this? They hate each other's guts, but Muscovy hasn't grown at all. Something funny afoot in Russia. Somebody call up Afdish. Oh yeah, I gotta remember that it's local noble o'clock. That's it. Lithuania and Novgorod, the alliance. The thing you truly hope for when you're going for frozen assets or otherwise playing a Novgorod campaign. I surprised myself by thinking that I haven't run a Novgorod campaign. They are a nation that I love to play. Because you start off with a lot of power, but significantly big and powerful enemies. So you have a lot of agency from the start, but you really got to put it to use. And the early game fight against Muscovy is just delicious. The only way it could be better is if you were playing as Golden Horde or Kazan. As always, I prefer Golden Horde over Kazan. It's a rougher, ropier start, but I just feel better. Maybe it's because it has gold in the name. Alright, Hamilcar. I don't get to reclaim control over Carthage until they've had their election. Which is still another couple of years to go. Check the Mamluk War. They're losing. Oh my god, I could be fighting all the freaking Sunnis right now. Ah. Togurt would be dead. Tlemcen, dead. Morocco. Why is Morocco moving in on me? Oh no. No. Okay. Defender against Morocco in the Moroccan conquest of Mitija. Fight the good fight, Carthage. Oh no. So, there have been suggestions in the past that are, Jake, why don't you do an EU4 run where every 10 or 15 or 20 or 50 years you have to throw away your nation and play as some other small crap nation that's around and, you know, rags to riches and all that. I've never really liked the idea because it's like having a disaster in a city builder, right? No agency, it's just goodbye everything, start from the ground up. A big part of these kinds of games is the satisfaction of what you've built up over time. This is going to come pretty close, I think. Fortunately, I left this this fort paid for. Unfortunately, 17, 19, 24,000 of them. I ain't got that. I do have a friendship with Florence, but Florence isn't going to come over and... Oh, hello, Florence! Florence will come over and save my bacon. Man, you gotta murk up and go for that. Get everybody attached and get him out of Tlemcen. Okay, somebody asked for a quick look at the New World. This is all you're getting, and it is quick. And done. God, I need to be back at the helm in Carthage. They're going. There's Florence, Mazab, Carthage, more Florence, Jared. Kick their scrawny arses. I didn't give you all that mill power for nothing. Come on, don't stand there, you cowards, fight! Hold on, how's the leadership? 3-1-2-2-1-1. Okay, we're better in terms of leadership. There we go, get those elephantalopes in there. Unfortunately, we're taking a... what's it even called again? Insufficient support modifier. But we're going to have friends come in and save the bacon. There we go. Now it's looking good. Get them killed. Make sure that Morocco has no backup. Then kill Morocco. God damn it, Carthage. Never show weakness unless you need to. There we go. Florence is coming in. Florence must have Tech 6. What? Well, fortunately they have military skill 4. I see. I knew the AI could do a better job, says Gurgil1. You shut your mouth. How can you say? I go by the things the wrong way. Okay, that is awful. Morocco got Tlemcen already? That was freakishly fast. Morocco's a tough cookie to crack because they have a capital fort much like Tlemcen did. And Tlemcen being occupied might keep us cut off. Good thing I didn't demolish Fez. Kef, rather. Okay, that's not too bad. You jump straight back onto Tlemcen. It's lost a lot of garrison, so you should be able to take it quickly, especially if you get a lucky breach. Otherwise, what are these jokers doing? Tlemcen isn't part of the war, so thank heavens for small favors. And he's going for his war goal. Go figure. Come on, get lucky, get Tlemcen back, keep yourselves secured, keep Florence around. Florence, for the love of God, tech up. Yes! How's the war on the seas? That navy that I gave you, Carthage, you better be putting it to use. They're fighting against a Moroccan heavy, however, we should be alright. We got the numbers, we're in an inland sea, barely. The Gulf of Almeria is an inland sea, but the Straits of Gibraltar are not. Just get Tlemcen back and murder the Moroccans. It's alliteration, so it must be true. Don't let them get... I don't know why I'm yelling at them, right? They're not going to do anything for me here. This is good, though. Tafilalt and Morocco split up forces from their main stack to go and siege up Mazab, once again taking it for the team. As long as we can get Tlemcen back, we're Gucci. And for the love of God, I need that election. I got one more year and a couple of months of this torture. Yeah, torturous it is, watching your nation in AI hands in an important war. Come on. Remember, the election could be sooner, especially if that leader is leading. But no, it's Urangu McBain with his 1 siege. Urangu McBain could be what we need to get Tlemcen back in time. Oh God, Mazab is falling because they have a 2 siege. Oh, feels almost like the dev clash when Jake sees something the players don't and he gets frustrated about it. I'd never get frustrated about it. I perhaps would take getting excited about it, but never frustrated. Thankfully, Florence is not involved in any other wars, so I can keep hold of their army for a long time. And that tech advantage that we have, long may it last, could be what seals the deal on this. But if Tinez come over here, they're going to have the terrain advantage. We need Urangu McBain to slaughter that Tlemcen fort. Turn it all around. Good. Morocco know they can't take us. They haven't got Matija. And Mazab continues to be under siege, but Mazab is just a collateral. Next boon can be 4 years of AI control. They're doing a great job, says Jagger. Because I set them up with all the tools they need to succeed. That's why. Less than a year to go. Oh, yes. Great. We got Tlemcen back. They're going in for Mattia. If my subject can hold out... Oh, no, they can't hold. God, I couldn't trust that subject to run a bath. Okay, please go on the attack. Mazab is not worth it. Morocco dropping the ball, letting us get a mountain fort for free. It's not a mountain fort and it's not free. To be clear, we're only against Morocco and Morocco's subjects. Mazab and Carthage are working together here, but what's our ally up to? There goes Florence with his plucky little 9k. I need Florence attached to me to wipe out Morocco before they get Tech 6. That is of vital importance. You only need the Mamluk attack now. Yeah, Mamluks have managed to get rid of those occupations. They would go back to defending people. What trait does President AI have? He's careful, so he overestimates enemy strength. That's a shame for me. Ooh, I like this. He's split up. If Florence gets in there, they could slaughter that entire force. That would be a big rout for Morocco. But I need Morocco to get in on that. Carthage, sadly, will overestimate the strength of the enemy. Might not go for it. Great, they got Defender's Desert, which means they're not down and out. Oh, go fight them, you fools! This is agonizing. At least we have Tlemcen back, but for the love of God, team up and destroy them. Okay, Mazab is down, and now our forces are split up. Good God, man. I expect better from you. How old's this guy? He's 33. He'd be well worth a re-election. Shame about the way his stats are distributed there. Oh, that's not so hot. No, that's not an important occupation. Tlemcen once again under siege, but it got quite a lot more of its garrison back. Meanwhile, Florence are up to something, I don't know what. Morocco still don't have their tech. At least your army isn't in China. God, yeah. Dodged a bullet with that one. Could you imagine this war, but our army is here, and we can't bring it back until it gets here? I don't want to imagine that, especially since we only have 2 diplomats to arrange military access through here, as well as getting the relations needed for that. Okay, there's an opportunity to be had. The Moroccan army is stuck here altogether. If I were able to get Florence to attach to me, we could ram into it and destroy them entirely. And the next election's not even a couple months away. Ugh, unfortunately Mazab is completely occupado. I hope I didn't see water shortage there. No, it was merely a supplies shortage. Would you have been able to hire a merc army if that had happened? Yes. I just had to send my army away. I could certainly make new ones. But we had to reach the Chinese Sea. What is Tlemcen up to? Their truce with me is almost up, so hopefully not prepping an attack against me. That would blow. Alright, 8th of May, bang! They've decided to re-elect, and now I can tag back into my own nation. Okay, I appear to have corruption again. Why do they keep doing this to me? I don't know. Money isn't too bad, manpower isn't too bad. Professionalism's okay. Only have 8,000 units. We still have tech advantage over you. Well, I don't, but... Oh, I do! Whew. I think you only just did me a favor there. Jake, it is time for a boon. Yes, yes it is. Alright, let's roll for a boon. But we're going to do that in the next episode. That was a bit too exciting for me, and also I am boiling hot here, and I get a bit of pleasure out of making people have to wait for it. So we're going to complete this war and hopefully completely scrub the deck with Morocco. No, we did not convert, and see what's going on in the next stream. So cheers for joining, and until that one, it's a cheerio from me.